Have you ever gotten a task that goes along the lines of, so hey, we need you to quickly create a static website or web page, nothing fancy, just normal HTML, CSS page with a bit of JS thrown in. If somebody asked you that 10 years ago, you wouldn't think much about it. You would create an HTML file, link CSS file to it, maybe add some boilerplate that you have saved somewhere for a rainy day, and you are good to go. And of course, you can do that today also, but there are certain expectations nowadays. What preprocessors are you going to be using? Which CSS framework are you going to be using? Are you going to bundle your JS with Webpack, Rollup, Parcel, or something else? How are you going to handle routing if you are building site with a few pages, and so on. Now, as I've said, you can do all of this the old school way. Nothing wrong with that. Actually, depending on what you need to do exactly, the old school approach might be the best approach. However, you have been doing this for a while. You have gotten used to all of your nice build tools. You expect the browser to refresh once you hit save. You expect your images to minimize automatically. You like using JavaScript modules. You like using new JavaScript syntax that you need to transpile with Babel, and so on. And I get it. I get where you're coming from because I'm the same way. So one day I got to do a task from the beginning of our story. Just a simple web page, a single pager even. And then I thought to myself, how am I going to do this? I could do it the old school way, but then I wouldn't have all the nice things you get with modern build tools. I could set up a build system just for static sites, but that would probably take up more time than coding the site itself. So I started looking for something that is already built, because I don't want to reinvent the wheel here. After all, we are talking about just a single web page. Fortunately, it didn't take me long to find something right up my alley, and that something was Nuxt.js. And Nuxt.js is what we're going to be talking about in this mini-series, and especially how you can use it to build static websites. So what is Nuxt.js exactly? Well, if you take a look at their page, we can see that Nuxt is the vue.js framework for stuff. For universal applications, for static generated applications, for single page applications, mobile application, desktop applications, and so on. I would say that Nuxt is a set of tools that will make developing your Vue application easier. So with it you get a router, you get store with Vuex of course, you get Webpack, code splitting, all out of the box. Kind of like you would get with Vue CLI, but a little bit different, because this is a framework around Vue. But what is going to be interesting to us, at least in this series, is the Nuxt ability to create full-on static site from your Vue application. You can think of it kind of like a static site generator, but with much more options and power of Vue behind it. And also you can easily add dynamic parts to your site if you need to, because as I said, Vue is behind all of this. And as you will see near the end of this series, you can even use a backend API to get the data for your site, and you can have that data be displayed totally statically. Or if you don't want to pre-render your site every time you make a change to your data, you can pull in the data dynamically and make everything else static. But all of that is a topic for another episode. In this episode, all we want to do is install Nuxt and then generate a super simple web page just to get our feet wet. Okay, so how do we install Nuxt? Well, you go to their page, you get to their guide, and of course you get to the getting started section. And as you can see, you can just install it using npx, and you have to have it installed, of course, but npx is shipped by default with npm since the version 5.2.0. So if you have a version of npm above 5.2, then you probably have npx already installed on your machine. If not, click on this link and install it. So you just have to do this: npx create Nuxt app and project name. So I'm just going to paste this in, and the project name is going to be just Nuxt. And once you run this, now it's going to ask you for the project name. We are just going to leave Nuxt. Project description. Do you have a custom server framework? We don't have anything. We are actually making just a static website, so we are going to say none. So you have to choose which features do you want to install. You can install a progressive web app, linter, formatter, prettier, and so on. So you just do space for everything that you want to install, right? So for us, we are just going to install Axios because we are probably going to need Axios in one of the later episodes. For the custom UI framework or CSS framework, you can choose Bootstrap, Vuetify, Balma, Tailwind, Element UI, Vueify, and Design Vue, iView, Techians, and none. We are actually going to choose none because I'm going to show you in one of the other episodes how you can install your framework, or maybe the framework that isn't listed here, to your Nuxt.js application. But if you want to use some of these frameworks right here, feel free to just add them and then skip that episode altogether. For the test framework, we are also going to use none and choose rendering mode. So the rendering mode for us is going to be universal. Author name, choose package manager. We are going to choose npm. If you're using yarn, use yarn, and that's it. And now we're just going to wait for all the npm packages to install. Okay, so it just gives you a nice little message to get started. You should do cd nuxt. Right, so this is the name of our project, and then you would do npm run dev. And if you want to build your application, you would just do npm run build. But we are actually not going to be using npm run build in this series, but npm run generate, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But let's just start up our dev server. And as you can see, you can access it right here. So localhost 3000. I'm just going to copy this, and once this is done, I'm going to show you what our page looks currently in our browser. Okay, so we go to our browser, paste this in, and as you can see, we get our web page right here. Now let's just take a look how all of this looks in our code editor. So one nice thing I like about Nuxt and its directory structure is if you go to each directory, you get this readme.md file in it. So for example, in assets folder, it will say this directory is not required. You can delete it if you don't want to use it. And this directory contains your uncompiled assets such as less or JavaScript. And then you have the more information link. So you have that for every directory. So in this directory, we would put our assets that are uncompiled. Then you would have your components. As you can see in components, you already have a logo .vue. So this is this right here. And actually, if you take a look at that file, you can see that this is a simple Vue file. As you can see, this is just a Vue file. We already talked about Vue bunch on this channel, and of course you're going to need some knowledge of Vue if you want to follow this series along, but not too much because we are just creating static sites. So as you can see, this is the logo that is actually made from div elements, and then you can incorporate that component anywhere you like. Next thing, we have these layouts right here. So if you take a look at this directory is not required. Okay, this directory contains your application layout. So this is just the layout around the content of your page. So it would probably contain a header and a footer, and as you can see right here, it just looks like template, then div, and this is what is going to be displayed on the page. So this Nuxt custom tag right here. Okay, then you have middleware, you would put some middlewares there. You have this pages, which is going to be very interesting for us, I think, in the next episode. Because through this pages directory, you actually control routing. So this is the index.vue page, and this is the first page that is going to be shown. And this is this page right here. So this is index.vue. So if we wanna just remove my unpickable Nuxt.js project from here, save it, take a look at it in the browser. As you can see, this text is no longer there. So if we go right here, refresh this again, as you can see now my unpickable Nuxt.js project is right here. So this is our first page, and we are going to be talking about routing in the next episode. You're going to see how this pages directory actually is your routing. Then you have these plugins right here. Of course, if you want to use some plugins, you have this static directory. It says right here, this directory contains your static files. Each file inside this directory is mapped to root. Thus, you'd want to delete this readme md before deploying to production. Okay, so you can put robots.txt in there and so on. And of course you have this store directory. Store directory is for your Vuex store, which we are also lightly going to be using right here. And there is one more very important file right here, and that is nuxt.config.js. So this is the configuration of your Nuxt application. We are probably going to be touching upon that throughout this series also. And now, so as you can see, directory structure is actually pretty simple. What we want to do now is just generate this to be a static website, and as you will see, this is going to be super easy to do. So now we are going to go to our console, and we are going to kill off this dev process. So you would just do Control-C. Right, okay, so now it's quit out of that. And if we wanna generate a static site, you wouldn't use npm run build, but npm run generate. So now we got this dist folder right here. So this is our distribution folder, and if you take a look at it, you can see that you have this dash nuxt underscore nuxt file, and you also have this index.html file. So if we take a look at that file right here, as you can see, it put all of our CSS in the head, which sometimes it's okay, but we are going to get rid of that throughout this series because we want to have just a static web page with our CSS file, not in our HTML, of course. And then as you can see right here, this is all statically generated. So this is my impeccable Nuxt.js project. As you can see, you have these divs from our logo. So if we take a look at components and logo, these are the divs I'm talking about. And that's about it. It's calling some JS files and so on. And we can actually, so this is, when you can put this on any server you want. And if you have PHP installed, or if you are using Mac or Linux, you can just go to cd dist folder, and you can do something like php-s localhost 8000. So you are going to run a simple PHP server right here. So this server now is now run. And if I go to the browser and just go to this address, so localhost 8000, so this is our statically generated site. Also, because I'm using Laravel Valet, I can do something like this. So I can do nuxt.localhost /dist. And I would also have the access to that page through this Laravel server. So what I'm trying to say right here, once you generate your site this way, you can practically put it wherever you want. You can put it on a normal shared hosting, you can put it on GitHub pages, you can put it on some complicated hosting, whatever. You can put it wherever you want, because you will just get your HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and that's about it. There will be no databases, there will be no backend programming languages, nothing like that. Just a simple web page that you can put wherever you like. But as you will see throughout this series, Nuxt is going to help you very much to create those actual pages through the power of Vue, of course. Okay, so I think this is going to be it for this episode. Of course, we didn't do anything special right here, so I'm not going to put any code on GitHub, but I think from next episode we are going to put some stuff up there and it will be available for you to download. So anyway, I hope you will like this series. I think it's going to be interesting, and of course, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.